What's up guys, I'm Annihilus and welcome to my channel. If you're returning, then welcome back to my channel and thank you all for watching. Today I'm going to be reviewing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And this movie really put the teenage into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I know literally everybody who's reviewing this movie is saying that, but they're saying it because it's true. The Turtles are using words like Riz and Sus, a lot more modern slang is used in general, and the activities that the Turtles are doing are just more teen in nature. There are also a lot of pop culture references in the movie. I remember there was a reference to Endgame, Jujutsu Kaisen was seen briefly, and Donnie wears a hoodie with a logo that looks suspiciously like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures logo, which if you couldn't tell by my profile picture, is a series I'm a huge fan of. They even found a way to incorporate Attack on Titan into the plot, which kind of caught me off guard for a second. My brother, who's a big fan of the show, we just kind of looked at each other when it happened and we just laughed because it was just kind of out of the blue, but it was cool nonetheless. And yeah, I just really enjoyed the teenage part of the movie. And it was cool since it's really the first time it's ever been leaned into in a Ninja Turtles property. Normally we'll get mutant, ninja, and turtle aspect, but other than liking pizza and video games, which for being honest isn't really exclusive to teens, the teen part has never really been explored. And while I don't have much to say about her, I'd like to briefly mention April. I thought she was pretty good in this movie. She's not very confident at the beginning, but as the movie progresses, she becomes more and more sure of herself, and it was really nice to see that development progress. Jackie Chan was also great as Splinter. He's much more of a protective dad in this movie, but I think for what they were going for, it really worked. And I think just Jackie Chan, I think his voice just really suits the character. And towards the end of the movie, he also starts thinking about wanting to date and talks about like in front of the turtles, and that was a really funny joke. Overall, I'd say the comedy was very enjoyable, although I will say some of the recurring jokes got a little bit stale. Specifically, there's a joke about milking the turtles that I thought was told a few too many times. It was good at the start, but as the movie progressed, they just kept saying it, and it just was a little awkward. But other than that, I'd say the comedy was fairly solid. The action was also pretty well done. There's a scene where it cuts between the four turtles. They're all in separate locations, but they keep like cutting between each perspective, and that was really cool to watch. And while it was a bit underwhelming, the final battle was pretty cool, and I think the animation was just really nice. There wasn't too much action in this movie, but I do feel that there was enough to satisfy the people who were wanting action from this movie. The main villain and the villains as a whole, I feel could have been a bit more developed. I enjoyed whenever they were on screen. I just feel like they didn't get enough screen time to fully develop them. And this goes on to my main and really only problem with the movie, which that's fairly short. It clocks in about an hour and a half before credits. And while that can work for some movies, I feel like it could have used 10 to 15 minutes more just to allow them to develop things further. Because the villains were really cool, it's just they didn't really pack as much of a punch as I would have liked. I didn't really have any major problems with the movie other than the runtime and the villains being underdeveloped. And that's just because it was a really great movie. I'd highly recommend it. My score would probably have to be an 8.5, but obviously that could change with multiple viewings, and as the movie ages, it could get worse over time. This is definitely a must-watch movie. If you made it to the end of this video, which to be honest is probably like 3 of you, then thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy this new style of content I'm doing, and let me know what I can improve on. If you're not subscribed, then you can do that down below, and have a good rest of your day.